Ashley HANSEL, Young Regional Artist Scholarship recipient, standing in the name of the member for Northern Tablelands.
Mr. Speaker.
I call the member for Northern Tablelands.
Thank you, Mr. Assistant Speaker. I move that this House, 1, congratulates Ashley HANSEL, the fashion designer behind online fashion label Spunket Designs, on being awarded a New South Wales Young Regional Artist Scholarship. 2, notes Ashley will use the scholarship to buy a new sewing machine, organic fabric, design software, run workshops and continue her commitment to dare to be different, the mantra behind her successful fashion business. And 3, acknowledges this award and funding which has changed her life and wishes her the very best for the future and efforts to grow her business. Mr. Assistant Speaker, young artist Ashley HANSEL, who's based in Dundee, which is in the north of my electorate, a small community, first came to my attention last year when she won a $10,000 scholarship in the inaugural New South Wales Government Young Regional Artist Scholarship Program. I had the pleasure of meeting and personally congratulating Ashley on her selection for this scholarship. I can only say I was more than delighted to see such a young, talented local artist and entrepreneur win this scholarship for the first time. As I said in the motion, this will allow her to further develop her skills and grow her fashion label business. Ashley has created a fashion business called Spunket Designs and works from her small house on top of a mountain near Dundee, just north of Glen Innes, where she designs and produces handmade designs, making sustainable fashion garments, wearable art and accessories, and markets them online. Indeed, a huge proportion of her business, Mr. Assistant Speaker, is actually derived from the United States, where she actually is constantly exporting her unique designs and garments overseas. Ashley's mantra, "Dare to be different," is about sustainable and ethical fashion. Her entire range is made from 100% natural fabrics and is a firm believer in recycling. Ashley scours second-hand clothing stores for the perfect fabrics for her new design. This scholarship will allow her to now purchase bundles of organic fabric, a prospect she's incredibly excited about. Ashley's clothing is sold in Australia and overseas, as I said, a lot of it from the United States. Her customers are becoming more and more aware of the impact their clothing choices is having on the environment and are looking more carefully for an alternative fashion design and, of course, material. Her most recent commission, Mr. Assistant Speaker, which she's more than thrilled about, is for a Las Vegas showgirl who wants the perfect outfit for the Hall of Fame weekend. Yeah. Ashley's first purchase after winning the scholarship was a 6 times deep cycle gel batteries which have been added to her solar powered system, which has now made her workshop powered by 100% renewable energy generated electricity. She's also purchased 2 semi-industrial machines which are incredibly solid and able to tackle the thick fabrics that she likes to use with ease, the perfect workhorses for Ashley's garments. She's also been able to upgrade from what she terms her dodgy laptop computer to a brand new state-of-the-art computer and iPad, which again has made her work a whole lot easier. It's not only in the design of the fabrics, but also been able to conduct her business and her craftsmanship, as the member for Parramatta said, her very fine craftsmanship, but also giving her the ability with this new computers and software to actually deal a lot easier with her clientele from right across Australia and overseas. Ashley's also just purchased a new steam iron and a specialised ironing board, which is such an important item when producing her handmade garments. It's another exciting purchase for Ashley, and she's now found a love of ironing, which is great because, as everyone knows in this house, I also love ironing. All of my shirts are ironed by myself. She's also created a new invoicing system and custom-made order forms, and has been courted by a few clothing stores from around Australia interested in carrying her label. As part of her scholarship grant from Arts New South Wales, she has had a 2-day trip to Sydney for an inspirational artist development workshop, 2 jam-packed days in the city, visiting art studios, galleries, theatres, and a trip to Parliament House, which I thought was the highlight. Ashley enjoyed, but with all due respect, it wasn't the highlight of her trip to Sydney, disappointingly for all of us here. She's recently finished putting together a new collection, which is an amazing effort. The whole process of producing a collection of her own is massive. She had to learn and master so many new and different skills, and that's a story in itself when you compare her label to the big fashion companies where they employ a whole army of people to produce their collections. Ashley has largely done it on her own. Designers, pattern makers, construction sewers, marketers, accountants, and the list goes on. And Ashley has managed to fill each of these roles to bring people some seriously sustainable and quality garments to the marketplace. And then, of course, there is the photo shoots to display her garments online. Ashley has some plans to conduct workshops, as she would like to pass on her skills and passion to others who would like to consider this as a career. And she wants to also involve them in her business. It's been a long time dream, and now this scholarship brings those dreams all that much closer. The New South Wales Young Regional Scholarship Program was a key part of the government's new policy framework to guide investment and partnerships to grow a thriving, globally connected arts and cultural sector in this state, particularly in country New South Wales. Ashley was absolutely thrilled to receive the scholarship and was incredibly grateful for all the support she had received from the Glen Innes arts community. I'm pleased to say that she was motivated to apply for this scholarship from an article she read in the Glen Innes Examiner, and she conceived her application based on expanding her local business. Ashley's a delightful and highly motivated young woman, Mr. Assistant Speaker, who's so enthusiastic about her life and her work. Indeed, it is infectious. It was a pleasure to meet her and wonderful to see how this scholarship has helped her move forward with her dream. A wonderful investment by the state government. Well done, Ashley. All the best with your future business development.
Well said.